go. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, Dr. Geller, when will you ever catch a break? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most embarrassing things that happened to Ross. For this list, we're looking at the most humiliating and hilarious moments in Friends when luck just wasn't on Ross's side. In case you haven't witnessed Ross's worst moments, here is your spoiler alert.
Hello, Mrs. Ross.
Hello, Mr. Rachel!
Number 10, making a move on his cousin. When a visit from Ross and Monica's cousin Cassie goes awry after Chandler stares at her gorgeous hair, Cassie moves to Ross's place, who's surprised to learn that his young cousin has grown into a beautiful woman.
Thanks for letting me stay here. I mean, Monica's place was nice, but her fiance sure stares a lot.
Unfortunately, Ross finds himself smitten in the same way Chandler had been, misreading Cassie's mannerisms as attempts to seduce him. Ross leans in for a kiss, but is instead put on the spot by a scandalized Cassie.
What the hell are you doing?
We watch as Ross tries and fails for several agonizing moments to come up with any excuse for his behavior, before landing on maybe the worst one. Now that's going to be one awkward family dinner at the Geller household in the future.
There is nothing you can say to make this worse, so just say something.
I haven't had sex in a very long time.
Number 9, wearing Rachel's new sweater to a date. Remind us never to go to Ross for fashion advice. After trying on a variety of clothing options picked by Rachel to impress a date, Ross is put off by his lack of success at finding the right look.
Rach, come on, I'm not gonna wear any of this. Nothing silver, okay? Nothing with hair. And nothing with padlocks on it.
However, one particular sweater captures his interest, and he's not shy to flaunt it. Not realizing he's switched bags with Rachel, and despite being warned by Joey, Ross mistakes the looks of astonishment from onlookers for admiration.
I turned quite a few heads on my way over here.
Dude, I really don't think you should be wearing that.
Oh, I see. Somebody's afraid of a little competition with the ladies.
Looks like someone is the ladies.
It's only when he sees his date wearing the exact same top that Ross understands what's going on. By then, it's a little too late.
Oh, you are gonna love it, and I'm so glad we're finally doing this.
Me too.
Here. So this was fun.
It wasn't all bad though, since Ross still wore the shirt even after his date ditched him.
Turns out this sweater is made for a woman.
So why are you still wearing it?
Because it's soft.
Number 8, getting a ticket for driving too slow.
Doctor says it's gotta be a needle, so you're just gonna have to be brave, okay? Can you do that for me?
Okay.
Okay, oh boy, you are doing so good. Okay, you wanna squeeze my hand?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ross, don't squeeze it so hard. Honey, really, don't squeeze it so hard.
We all know that Ross isn't exactly the most daring person out there, and his driving skills reflect his fearful nature.
Okay, stay calm. Nothing's gonna happen to you. You are not in that much trouble.
Really? You think so?
I was talking to myself. You're going down.
As he drives Monica's Porsche, his miserly pace on the road invites some mocking words from Rachel, but it's when he's stopped by a cop that his humiliation really begins.
Good evening, officer.
Do you know how fast you were traveling back there?
No, I don't, but it could not have been more than 60.
You're right. It was 37.
After he's handed a ticket for his lackluster driving speed, Ross tries to copy Rachel, whom he'd seen flirt her way out of a similar situation earlier. Unfortunately for him, Officer Pretty isn't in the mood. Ross is left not only with a ticket for driving too slow, but also with no self-respect.
You don't want to hear about my dream, officer? Officer Pretty?
It's petty. I'll be right back with your ticket.
You have a son.
I know.
Number 7, having a fake memorial service with nobody showing up. When Chandler writes on their college alumni site that Ross gets down and dirty with dinosaurs, it starts a prank war that leaves their classmates believing that Chandler is gay and Ross is dead.
Posting that I died? That really isn't funny.
Well, how you died was funny.
Oh, please, hit by a blimp?
While Ross initially scoffs at Chandler's prank, when there are no responses, he's dismayed to realize his former classmates care more about Chandler coming out than his supposed demise. To make matters worse, when Ross makes Chandler host a memorial service for him, only 2 people show up.
Come on, I'm sure if you had a funeral or memorial service, tons of people would come.
Exactly.
Ross, what are you doing? You're having a memorial service for yourself?
No, that would be stupid. You're having it for me.
And one is a potential suitor for Chandler. When an attractive former classmate does arrive to pay her respects, Ross reveals the charade in excitement, which doesn't go so well.
You sick freak! Who does that? I can't believe I had a crush on you.
Did you hear that? Corey Weston had a crush on me!
Number 6, his cringe-worthy flirting. When his friends make fun of him for his poor flirting skills, Ross decides to prove them wrong by hitting on the cute pizza delivery girl, Caitlin.
By the way, if it makes you feel any better, I happen to like 8-year-old boys.
What?
I mean, your hair, before, your hair. You said you thought that your hair looked like an 8-year-old boy's, and I'm just saying I like it.
However, rather than coming across as the suave, cool guy he wanted to, Ross starts off by forgetting her name and can only come up with terrible wordplay.
Oh, what's her name?
Caitlin.
Hey, we can't keep eating like this.
His friends watch in embarrassment as Ross then dives into trivia about different kinds of gas. As his flirting becomes increasingly worse, Caitlin flees without taking her payment.
I should go.
Oh, but I haven't paid you yet.
You know what? That's okay. You guys have ordered so many that this one's on me.
Was I talking to her about gas?
It's then up to Rachel to convince her how great Ross is as a boyfriend. Hey, at least Ross did manage to interest Phoebe in his gas trivia. Number 5, not chipping in for the handyman. Talk about making a bad first impression. While Ross is celebrating getting Ugly Naked Guy's apartment, he's asked by his neighbors to chip in $100 for the departing handyman in the building, even though he's just moved in.
Well, the guy's worked here for 25 years.
Yes, but I've lived here for 25 minutes.
Ross refuses to contribute, but when he finds out that everyone in the building now thinks he's cheap, he decides to throw a party to show them he's a nice guy.
Hey, Phoebes.
Hey!
Oh, hey, Ross. Say, I was thinking maybe you two could switch apartments, because Phoebe's more our kind of people. Something to think about.
After nobody shows up, however, and even Phoebe joins the handyman's going-away party instead, Ross sneaks a slice of the handyman's cake.
Oh my God, someone cut Howard's cake. Who would do a thing like that?
Naturally, he's caught and put on the spot. When Phoebe tries to turn things in Ross's favor, they both end up getting kicked out. Number 4, the one where he's fine. In this instance, Ross's embarrassment is all his own doing after he denies his feelings about Joey and Rachel's romance.
Okay, Ross, I realized that you didn't expect to walk in and see that, but let me explain, okay?
We weren't doing anything!
Rach, he just saw us.
After walking in on Rachel and Joey kissing, Ross insists he's fine for the rest of the episode.
If you two are happy, then I'm happy for you. I'm fine.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm fine. Totally fine.
However, his antics, including talking in a high-pitched and squeaky voice, drinking all the margarita, and using a hot plate without gloves, gives away that he's not actually fine at all.
Fajitas! Be careful! Very hot plate! Very hot!
Ross, you don't even have oven mitts on!
That is gonna hurt tomorrow.
To top it off, Ross also gives an elaborate toast to love where he goes into painstaking detail about the meaning behind each letter. The following morning, he's left to rue his behavior in rather painful ways.
The V is for this very surprising turn of events, which I am still fine with, by the way.
Number 3, kissing his own sister.
All right, I say we make a pact. Neither of us will go out with Missy Goldberg.
You got it.
At their college reunion, Chandler confesses he kissed Rachel when he found out that Ross had broken their pact to not get involved with a mutual crush. Upon hearing this, Ross takes the news hard, thinking it was the night he'd kissed Rachel for the first time.
But it was like 1,000,000 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it matters to me.
Why?
Because the night you kissed Rachel was the night I kissed Rachel for the very first time.
However, upon recollecting events, Chandler informs him that the girl he'd left on Ross's bed hadn't been Rachel, and Monica's revolted response confirms who Ross had kissed instead.
Well, then who was on my bed? No! You were under the pile of coats?
I was the pile of coats!
Having confessed to the kiss being amazing, Ross is horrified to learn that not only did he once kiss his own sister, he actually liked it. At least Chandler had the appropriate response for this revelation.
You were my midnight mystery kisser!
You were my first kiss with Rachel?
You were my first kiss ever!
What did I marry into?
Number 2, getting stuck in his pants.
You know what? I am going to be happy this year. I am going to make myself happy.
Do you want us to leave the room, or?
Every day, I am going to do one thing I have never done before.
Not only does Ross have bad luck with shirts, he doesn't fare any better with pants. As part of his New Year's resolution to try something new every day, Ross tries on a pair of tight leather pants.
Ross is wearing leather pants.
Does nobody else see that Ross is wearing leather pants? Someone comment on the pants!
This comes back to bite him though, when he can't get them back on while in the bathroom during a date. Calling Joey for help only makes things worse, leaving him covered in powder and lotion. Admitting defeat, he steps out without any pants at all.
Oh my God!
I had a problem.
The fact that Ross then had to walk all the way across the city in this state to Monica's apartment makes it even more hilarious. Before we unveil our cringe-worthy top pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case embarrassing, mentions.
Now, Ross, repeat after me. I, Ross.
I, Ross.
Take thee, Emily.
Take thee, Rachel. Emily. Emily. The air, the trees. Even though Nana's gone, there's something almost, I don't know, almost life. I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Just having my worst fear realized, but...
First you get my Rachel pregnant?
You got Rachel pregnant?
Who did?
You did!
Yes. yes, I did.
So inspired. Look at him go!
Oh, yeah, you know, you and Ross are still married.
What?
Just kidding.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, getting a tan. Jealous of Monica's tan, Ross heads to a tanning salon.
Got it?
Spray, count, pat, and turn. Spray, count, and pat.
Wow, you catch on quick.
Well, I have a PhD, so.
Unfortunately, failing to count Mississippilously means that Ross is too late to change sides once he's sprayed, resulting in a way darker complexion than he'd wanted. It doesn't get better in later attempts either, as Ross continues to be confused and gets sprayed on the same side over and over.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I'm not finished counting!
When he tries to tell his friends about it, all he gets are some hilarious jokes from Chandler at his expense.
Hold on. There's something different.
Once the tan sets in, an unrecognizable Ross attempts to hide himself at home, but still can't escape Chandler, who ensures none of their friends will ever forget Ross's greatest embarrassment. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.